Hello children, my name is Manisha Petkar and I am your science teacher. So students, today in this class we are going to discuss the chapter that is natural resources. So you have been studied from your lower classes about the resources, isn't it? So this is your biology chapter number 1, that is natural resources. So these natural resources, they are very important for the survival of human beings, isn't it? Why they are so important? What are the natural resources? So before we move to the topic natural resources, let us see what are resources. So do you know what are resources? They are the important factor of natural environment. They are the types of the natural environment. So these natural resources, where the resources are called as the thing that satisfies the needs of human beings. Yes. So the resources, they are called as what? They satisfy the needs of the human beings. So how do they satisfy the needs of the human beings? For example, if you're thirsty, what do? You go and drink water, isn't it? So the water is a resource which satisfies your thirst. You can take some more examples. For example, we breathe. So how do we breathe? We take air from the surroundings, from the environment, from the nature. So this air, that is oxygen. We take oxygen, we breathe oxygen, we inhale oxygen. So this oxygen is also a resource which satisfies our need. One more you can take, for example, electricity. So nowadays everything works on electricity, isn't it? Everybody uses electricity at home. For example, the mixer, the washing machine, then TV, then various appliances like fan, isn't it? So these all works on electricity. So electricity is a resource which satisfies the human need. So resources are the thing that satisfies the human need. The needs of the human beings. They are the valuable part of environment. They play a very important role in the human mankind. So these resources, they are further classified as man-made resources and natural resources. So the name itself, man-made, which is made by the man. The resources which are made by the human beings, which involve the human activities, they are called as what? Man-made resources. So many examples are there. Chair, table, then you can take vehicles, formation of different kinds of machines, isn't it? So all this are made by human beings. Maybe they have taken the materials from the nature to prepare those appliances, those things. We might have taken from the nature, but they are not done by the nature. These materials, these resources, they are not prepared by the nature. They are prepared by whom? By we human beings, by using the nature products. So they are called as what? Man-made resources. Again, you can take few more examples like crop production. Crop is produced by the human beings. The farmers have to struggle for that, isn't it? Aquarium. There are so many examples around you which are man-made resources. Few more examples you can list down in your notebook. Okay? So the other one, that is the topic about. Our topic is about what? The other classification of resources, that is natural resources. So yes, natural resources, they are the resources which are available in nature, which are produced by the nature. For example, what are the natural resources? There are so many resources like plants, animals, air, water, then land, soil, wind energy, solar energy, hydropower energy, geothermal energy, biomass. So these all comes under what? Natural resources. These natural resources are very, very essential for the survival of human beings. These natural resources are present in abundance in the environment. But sometimes, due to the human interventions, those resources are getting humiliated. Those resources are getting depleted. So there are few of the resources which can be reformed. But there are few of the resources which cannot be reformed again. So we human beings, we have to take care of that. We have to use water less as much as possible. Do not waste water, isn't it? You're always advised that don't use more water. Save water, isn't it? So these natural resources, they are the essential part of human being, essential part of environment. Yes, students? So further, the classification of natural resources is done, or it is based on its origin. The classification is done based upon its origin. So that is biotic factors and the other one is abiotic factors. So for your previous classes, you have studied what are biotic factors and what are abiotic factors, isn't it? So children, what are biotic factors? The factors that involve living organisms, living resources, living things. They are called as what? Biotic factors. And what are abiotic factors? Those include non-living resources, non-living things. They are called as what? Abiotic factors. Okay. So, biotic factors, you can take so many examples like plant, animal, then you can take human beings, microorganisms, bacteria, even some fossil fuels, minerals which are derived from the dead decayed plant, dead decayed animals long ago. So these are some kind of biotic resources. What are abiotic? You have already seen wind energy, solar energy, and there are so many examples like if you take that is yes. So these are abiotic factors, for example wind energy, solar energy, light energy, geothermal, hydropower, biomass, various examples. Okay. So resources are classified as natural and man-made. Further, natural resources are again classified as biotic and abiotic. So we will see that how the non-living resources are again classified further. So they are further classified as renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Okay children? So we will describe renewable resources. Renewable. So the name itself describes re. Re means using again and again. The resources which can be generated or which can be reformed or which can be replenished again and again from time to time, they all come under what? Renewable resources. Yes, forest, wildlife, wind energy, solar energy, these all come under what? Renewable resources. So these resources are very useful. They are very useful for the human beings in different ways. We use those resources in our day-to-day life. Without those resources, we cannot survive. We cannot perform our daily activities. These resources are available in different forms. So we have to use these resources in very less form, that is as much as possible.